Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will talk about some basic concept in machine learning. I am going to start the series of lecture on machine learning. So this is the part 1. In this lecture, we will learn about what is machine learning, different type of machine learning, training data set, testing data set. We will talk about vectorization. We will talk about feature selection and why it is important. So let's start. What is machine learning? Machine learning is a method where machine learn from the data and improve their prediction. It is basically the subset of artificial intelligence that focus on building algorithms and it allows the machine to learn from a data and make prediction based on the data set. For example, we can use machine learning for diagnosis, cancer diagnosis from gene expression data, or we can predict disease based on the data set. So, in case of cancer diagnosis from gene expression data, the data set will include gene expression profile from thousands of patients. Then we will label the data and we will categorize data based on two different classes like cancer and no cancer data. Like we will label the data as cancer and no cancer. Then we will train the machine learning algorithm based on this data set. Finally, the machine learning algorithm will take the new gene expression data and it will predict whether the patient will have cancer or not. Machine learning are classified into four main classes: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning, or semi supervised learning. Supervised learning, which is basically based on the label data. In supervised learning, the model learned from label data. The best example of supervised learning is predicting cancer based on the gene expression. Like, for example, we have a data set with gene expression profile of patient, and we also have label cancer or no cancer. The model learned from this data and predict whether a new sample have cancer or not. Another important is unsupervised learning, which is basically the no label. In unsupervised learning, the model will find the pattern in data without knowing the answer. The best example of unsupervised is clustering similar protein based on their structure. Like we will give the model thousands of protein structures without any labels. Then the model automatically group the similar proteins. Third important example is reinforced learning. In reinforced learning, the model learn by trials and errors, and it will improve based on their feedback. The best example of reinforced learning is optimizing drug discovery. The final, the fourth type of machine learning is semi-supervised learning, which is basically the combination of label and unlabeled data, which is used for training the model. So, what is the most important thing in machine learning? In machine learning, we need training data, we need testing data, then we have to know about vectorization and feature selection. So, what is training data? Training data is basically the data set which is used to teach the machine learning model. In training data, the model basically learn from this data set. Like, for example, we are training our drug response model. For this, we will first collect the gene expression data from thousands of patients. Then we will label them based on how they will respond to drug. Like we will label like responder and non-responder separately. Then the model will learn from the expression and then it will predict the drug response. What is testing data? Testing data is basically a separate set of data that is not seen by the model during the training. And this data set is basically used to check how well the trained model perform on the new data set. For example, testing the drug response model. Like after training, we will take 200 or 400 new patient sample which were not used during the training data set. The model then predict their drug response. Then we will compare the prediction to the actual response, like we will compare the accuracy of the training data set and also the training data set. And then we will see how well the model is performing. Next important thing is vectorization. Uh, so the vectorization is basically the process of converting the biological data into the numerical format so that machine learning can process it. Machine learning can't understand the text, so we have to convert the biological data into the numerical format. Like for example, we have DNA sequence data. Machine learning can't learn from the text data of the, the DNA sequence is basically in the format of the text like ATGC. So the program can't learn what is A, what is T, and what is C. So we have to assign different numerical value to A, T, G, C. Then we have to process it. Then the machine learning can run. So vectorization is basically the transformation of the data into the machine readable format. We have different type of vectorization in machine learning: text vectorization, image vectorization, categorical data vectorization, and numerical data vectorization. In text vectorization, we have to convert data into the numerical format. In image vectorization, we are converting the image into the numerical format. In numerical data vectorization, we don't need to convert into the numerical format, but we have to reshape or scale the data. The last important thing is feature selection. What is feature selection and why it is important in machine learning? The feature selection is basically the process of choosing the most relevant feature from training machine learning algorithm. The basic goal of feature selection is to improve the model performance and reduce the overlifting. If we are working on the, for example, we are working on the data set, which is basically the genetic marker for disease prediction. In this, we have million of genetic variant. Instead of using the million of genetic variant, we can use only the top 100 variant that are associated with a disease. This will make a model faster and more accurate. So we have to select an important feature. Why the feature selection is very important? It will reduce the overlifting, it will improve the model performance, it will speed up training the model, and it will improve the model performance. We have a lot of irrelevant features. If we are using the irrelevant feature, it will lead to overlifting, so we have to select some important feature to speed up the model and to get to train the model faster and get the result very quickly. So feature selection is very important in machine learning. So this lecture was all about machine learning. So biologists can use machine learning in disease prediction, drug discovery, and genome sequence analysis. By understanding training and testing dataset as well as vectorization and feature selection, biologists can efficiently use machine learning tools in their research. In next video, I will talk about different machine learning algorithms in detail. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.